the Old Dancemaster. Tired I sat, bent my knees weary beneath me, lowered myself to the bank of grass, thinking to watch the season pass a merry minute, and hoped in stillness to see the gentle progression of a moment in eternity. I settled into silence. Let the falling echo of my trudge find its resting place. The look ahead look leave my face, uncreasing mine eyes. Left the wind to puff and blow, and listened to the chuffed birds reiterating all they know. The sun was in arabesque, balanced in the sky, and light fell all around as bouquets thrown at her curtain call. Warming rays lent a kindly hand upon my nape, and a cry, brava, for our pas de deux, and all the miles put behind. A long day's journey, finding pause. Steps danced out to win an afternoon's applause. In time, the birds that sang found their riddles answered, settled into daisy-like quiet. The breeze followed with a sigh. It found a basket at my feet, hunkered down backward like a faithful hound, tired from the chase, all passion squandered. And evening light hung about with yellow fruitfulness, and spiders' homes added shadow, and a last orange fire glow to the ruddy tapestry. Heavy thoughtfulness weighed on eyes too full of sights of day to keep in wakefulness. So, if I slept upon that bank, I cannot tell, nor judge how long. The light having dimmed, retained still a beat of sun glimmered on the golden grass, the steady sweep, the swell of white and scarlet caps, a ringlet around a hidden well, lit enough to keep night at bay, evened into twilight at the edge of day. Resting still, I felt a burr of keen implicitness hovered on my shoulder, by my ear too quick, then gone. No time for fear to make me move, and I too full of drowsiness to start. Perhaps a bird had found me, wrapped in surreptitiousness. Thought me a bush to warble on and trill. But then, beside my feet, I felt another buzz, another thrill, a hover fleet. I shut my eyes, a blink, but looking again, beheld a flock of elfin ladies and their gentlemen. They came toward me in procession, sparkling, though twos or threes of them dashed ahead to flit the toadstools white and red, and some were playing trumpets, some were hearkening to the song, but all were glowing brighter in the darkening, and to me they came, sat alone, barely breathing, silent as an ancient stone. Soft, busy, vibrant as a gathering of bees upon a beard, they swarmed me, clad me in a seely court. So had these fairy folk mistook my stillness for a tree's, making heavy branches of my burdened arms roots of my knees? And silly, all my thick ratted skin did they take for swarthy all-surrounding bark? Hesitant, muddy, gone to darkness? I cannot tell. But every leafy elf did make a seat of me, and I as still as oak for my own heart's sake. The last arrived, all took their places, settled down, brought their music to a gentle rest, my heart a hammer in my breast, I feared would flight them. But then a lady in a gown of iridescent green stepped out, and on her head a crown. A silence then, as if the time itself had paused, quiet, waiting on the rhyme. There followed, from the very air, a tender phrase of music, clear, jubilant, pristine, filled the moment. The fairy queen took a simple step, and then a delicate chassé, a coupé jeté en tournant, perfect in the summer haze. And other steps then, a dégagé, assemblé, a changement, a plié to start and finish. Oh, such wondrous art, such great ballon. The grace, it swept my heart away. Tears upon my face at the rapture of her intricate ballet. An eternity of moments, turning on her dance, upon her turns en point, upon her toes enchanted, and with vibrant throws of fingers, legs extended, every fleeting glance of each fine cabriole held the audience and I in trance. With elfin foot and fairy wings, the elegance of every movement sings. When stillness came and music sighed itself into silence, with the thrum heard of the earth once more, the hum of sweet settled even, with the gentle flood of all dried upon my cheek. Then I sat, my only movement blood, horrified to see her heavy gaze was fixed on me. drawing not on death or life, but near, I felt the fall begin, and fear was known only as a fading thing. My history was nothing, nothing touched, the only weight, an inner density that pulled the world and everything around into awareness of my shame. Took illustrations from my book of Now and She, revealing everyone without a sound. She hovered by my swelling face with eyes as fierce as fury, and kissed my mouth. A touch as innocent as sun, as deep as dream. And then she was gone.